All right, we'll start with Nez.
Yeah, Mike, you get up to the hot start and you close out the game like the final 10 minutes really sharp, but obviously there's been these swings. What's your level of concern that you guys haven't kind of found that level of consistency yet?
Just gotta keep working and grinding is all I can say. You know, I mean, we did get off to a great start, and you know, we went to the bench and then they were able to get back in it. We couldn't find it, and we had I think 4 turnovers coming down the stretch of that first half that gave them the opportunity to get back into the game. And you go in up 3, you know, you got to give them credit because again we controlled it early, but we let it slip away. And these are growing pains, man. We got to just, when you get a team down, you got to just keep stepping and building, and we just didn't do that early on.
Daniel, then Tom.
Yeah, on Umar, I want to say at 14, 18, and 6, you kind of feel like he's almost kind of found his niche here.
Well, I mean, I'm pleased with his play. You know, this is really the first time Ballo in his career has been featured. And, I mean, he's such a big load, and, you know, we had the size advantage tonight, and I thought we took advantage of it, especially in that stretch where I think they went like 6 minutes without even scoring, so our defense was pretty good, and then, you know, we were able to, you know, get the ball inside the Ballo in the league to make plays.
Tom, then Todd.
Mike, you did have 16 turnovers tonight. I know that's a number that's way too high from you. How much of that is just like not the best passing lanes or things like that, or is there something you can pinpoint as to why there's so many?
Well, you know, right before the half, I'm thinking time scoring situation, and our players are still thinking home run plays. I mean, we were just taking chances on passes that just weren't there and doing things with the ball off the dribble that just wasn't there. So these are things that, and then we gotta fix. And because, you know, moving forward, once we start playing Big Ten basketball, you know, plays like that can really put you in the hole with these good teams.
Todd, then Zach.
Mike, a good defensive performance tonight in terms of shooting percentage. Where does this game fit in terms of the path towards creating a defensive identity for this team? We still got work to do, man. I mean, you know, even though they went 6 minutes without scoring the ball, you know, they still had good looks. And the looks came on our inability to not switch correctly. You know, I mean, we screwed up so many switches tonight, I thought. And those are things that I just got to get us right. When you switch, that means you got a body on a body, and nobody's breaking free for easy shots. So we gotta clean that up. That's something that we gotta continue to work on and practice to get better.
Zach, and then Luke.
Miles Rice had 3 turnovers to 1 assist tonight. You talked about the turnover struggles. How much of that falls on his shoulders?
Well, again, his all came right before the half. And, you know, when you got the ball in your hand, you got to make better decisions. And I didn't think he did that right before the half. And that was the difference in them cutting the lead and we going in and up 3 at halftime.
Lou, and then Seth.
On Ballo, you mentioned, you know, he's a big load. Do you think this could be foreshadowing for what he can do in the Big Ten, and that other teams would be really conscious of him now?
Sure. I mean, I think they've seen Ballo over the years. And yes, the Big Ten is big. You know, everybody's got big guys. You know, 4 and 5s are huge in the Big Ten. So it won't be a surprise. You know, when we play Big Ten schools and got, you know, the 5 and 4 that matches Ballo and Malik. I mean, we just got to continue to get him better, and Malik's got to continue to grow because it will be a challenge each and every night that we step out on that floor once we start the Big Ten.
Seth, and then Will.
Mike, you were really getting on McKenzie several times tonight. Obviously, he had a tough night. I guess, especially defensively, where do you feel like he needs to improve right now?
Well, again, listen, it wasn't just McKenzie. I mean, our perimeter play from a defensive standpoint, even though we got them to miss shots, I look at the big picture, man, in terms of, you know, how the ball is being moved, and if we're switching, are we switching correctly? once the ball goes up on the glass, are we in position to rebound the ball? We gave up, I think, 15, 16 offensive rebounds. I mean, it's just way too many. It's things we gotta fix.
Will and then Josh.
Kind of following up on McKenzie, do you think his offensive struggles tonight and his lack of defensive focus were correlated?
Well, again, I mean, he didn't have a good night. I mean, I ain't taking anything. Mac has been playing pretty good basketball for us. He had a tough night. And again, he'll bounce back. You know, we'll start back on the practice floor tomorrow and get him back going and get him ready for Monday.
Last question, Josh.
Coach, you said on Tuesday that 46 points in that second half was a bit too much. Tonight, just 21 in the second half. How pleased are you with that?
I'll take it. I'll take that all day long. I know if we do that, we'll put ourselves in position to win basketball games.
Thanks, Coach.